The weekend is almost upon us, and Hong Kong racing is, of course, back for another season. Our second trip to Sha Tin comes up on Sunday with a 10-race program. We've got the boys in the studio to preview it all. Before we focus on Sha Tin in the back half of the show, a very special guest is going to join us. He's returned to the saddle this season after a lengthy stint on the sidelines. But we welcome the boys, Paul Alley and Tom Wooden. Tom, what are some of the highlights?
Race number 7, undoubtedly the highlight mark down the straight. It is Class 3, 1,000 metres, and Lightness of Music, who was an impressive winner at the back end of last season, is back, and he looks like he's trolled up A-OK. Probably not totally clear cut and dry. You've got El Sonzo in the race as well. Metro Power ran well first up. Jamie Richards has got the all out and hasn't his stable come out firing early on.
Has what, 4 winners already for Jamie, and has plenty of runners coming in across the course of the weekend, Paul. But what about jackpots?
There's one, a decent one too, 5 million going into the triple trio, so that should get over the 10 million mark there for that triple trio. That's the only one going around at the moment. But look, it looks good racing, doesn't it? Look, this time of the season there's quite open races, and there's no exception once again here.
Here is how the meeting lines up. We're on both courses at the bigger circuit. We've got turf and all-weather racing, and we've got the all-weather races 3 and 9. The race we'll focus on after the break is race number 7, the Class 3 that Tom touched on, over the 1,000 metres. Well, he was out for 7 months with injury, Vincent Ho, but it's great to have him back, and Nick spoke to the former pilot of the great Golden 60.
Vincent Ho, great to have you back on the race card, of course. More on your return very shortly, of course, because it was a successful one. But let's wind the clock back a little bit to the off-season. Talk me through the recovery process, Vincent. Obviously, those familiar with Hong Kong racing knew that you were out with that injury. How were things during the off-season and your recovery period?
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Of course, happy to be back. And yeah, it has been quite a while, 7 months since my injury. And of course, the first 2-3 months was pretty tough with brain injury, and I constantly feel dizzy, some concussion symptoms, until basically about April. Then I felt a bit better without too much concussion symptoms. Then I can head to get on the first flight to Switzerland, and of course really thank the medical team, Jockey Club, who supports me so much. So of course in Switzerland I had some more intensive rehab treatments over there, and since then it has improved. I haven't skipped a gym for 1 day. Everything aligned, and everyone supports me, helped me to get back to where I am now. Of course, it's one of the challenges moment for my career. In terms of nothing is more challenging than your own health, I would say. Coming back in May, I'm able to visit Golden 60 a few times, and he, of course, is a horse that I trust most, and I can sort of slowly get connected with horses, with him especially, to feel safe around horses, which he, a horse like him play a huge part for my rehab as well.
Golden 60 for Hong Kong, 4 on voyage bubble. That's not a whip, that's a wand. That ride from Vincent is magic. Golden 60.
So really thanks to all the people who helped me in Hong Kong, Jockey Club as well, play of course the main part, that so patient and so supportive. My former boss, Casper Founds, he is the one who always have my back and support me so much since I was apprentice here, and even to this day when I come back from injury, he straight away without question gave me 2 informed horses, and of course the result is a bonus for me, but I'm more satisfied with my mental and physical state, which everything goes well, and I'm satisfied with that. Of course, there's still a little bit more to work on, but so far I'm pretty happy with how things goes. At the moment, I will just keep on going, keep on pushing hard.
I want to ask you, and I hope you don't mind me asking you, was there ever an element of doubt that maybe sort of you wouldn't come back, maybe through your own volition, or was that never the case?
Well, yeah, for sure, because when you're badly injured at those periods, your body is not right. And of course, subconsciously, it's going to tell your brain, don't do it anymore, or don't do it like right now. So I gave it time for my body to heal, and then see how I feel. So there is always a question mark for the first, I would say, 3 months, because of course physically is not good enough, and it subconsciously tell me not to do it. So all my sports psych and my sport doctor, of course, it's a free option, but they all tell me just give it time. And until my physically is pretty well, almost perfect when I was in Europe and all that, and started riding, then I wanted to do it. So I know I do want to get back, 100%, no doubt for that. Yeah, but always listen to the body.
And Vincent, talking of a good start, of course, you had those 2 rides at Sha Tin, obviously for Casper. It was really a case of friends reunited, wasn't it? I mean, it was amazing to see you ride a winner for him. The scenes in the winner's enclosure are obviously very special. It must have felt special for you to sort of, 1, get back for that first meeting, 2, get rides, because that's never an easy task for any jockey, and 3, get that winner. I mean,
yeah,
nice
definitely. I mean, riding for my former boss is great, because he always supports me, and I rode for him since I was, when I first started. My first Group 1 for him, and my first winner back also for him. That's different. They treat me like a second family, so I'm really grateful for that.
It's the Yare, though, who's taken the lead from Gale Saga. Still the Yare just in front, and the Yare, Vincent Ho back in the winners list, has beaten home Gale Saga.
Just finally, the future going forward, obviously, Golden 60 now, very much as his racing career is in the past, but he moves on.
Yeah.
What about Vincent Ho? I mean, I imagine there are still things that you want to achieve as a jockey. What might they be? Or
yeah, of course. I still would love to get some winners in a Group 1 stage overseas, either with Hong Kong horses or overseas horses. That have not achieved yet, and we still have to work hard to hopefully one day can represent Hong Kong, or represent Hong Kong as a jockey, or with the horse overseas to win some Group 1s. Yeah, still a lot to learn as a jockey, as a horseman. It's a never-ending learning process to be a rider. So just try to enjoy the journey more, and do my best every day to learn as much as I could every day.
Vincent Ho there, Tom. Great to see him not only back, but back in the winners list so soon on his return.
Yeah, and he only had a couple of rides, of course, at Sha Tin last weekend. Of course, he's scaled tremendous heights here in Hong Kong, of course, not only with Golden 60, but he's a Tony Cruz winner award there, Paul, and also he's a great success through the IJC.
Yeah, fantastic winning that. There was a massive crowd there, and they really enjoyed it. And look, it's really good to see him back. And as you say, it's all about momentum, as we know, here in Hong Kong. So getting that win early is such a good thing.
A lot of winners at Happy Valley, hasn't he? Looking at that stat.
Wouldn't shock me if a lot of them were for Casper Founds as well.
274 plays 278. So that is Vincent's stats. Paul, what about his rides at Sha Tin? There's not too many of them. He's just having a slow build-up. Do you like any of those?
I haven't got any of them in, actually, to be honest. I mean, second to none will go forward. Aero Invincible was probably the wrong trip for him over the 1200 with a wide draw. Sugar down the straight 1000 didn't really excite me. But in saying that, you know, they're all good horses. And Sugar, for example, going forward, if he keeps the ride going into Happy Valley, could be a chance next start he races there.
Actually trialled up okay, but Sha Tin the wrong sort of circuit for him. Interested to see what second to none can do, because he didn't win it all last season, but he did win a couple of races in his first season here.
On the other jockeys in the Jockeys Premiership, Tom, it's a foregone conclusion, all things being equal, Zach's going to bolt in again.
Yeah, he's already made a tremendous start. 5 winners, the opening meeting, 1 at Happy Valley on Wednesday night, so 6 through the first couple of meetings for Zach, and he's got a strong book coming up on Sunday, doesn't he?
Yeah, looks a couple of winners there for sure for him on Sunday.
Minimum.
Minimum, yeah. So, I mean, look, he's averaging 3, isn't he, from the 2 meetings so far. So if he goes through that, when's he going to start getting this 2000? It won't be too far away.
Won't be too far away at all. But he'll headline the Premiership going in to Sha Tin on Sunday, and others are doing their best to chase him down. You have Dullas, Bowmans, Zanies, Tetons, etc. and etc. That has been the first part of Racing to Win. We'll focus on the 1,000 metre race down the straight at Sha Tin right after this break. We are back. You're watching Racing to Win. Sha Tin is now the focus. There's 10 races on Sunday. Paul, of the 10, who's been revealed as the last run reminder?
We'll wait till the last. Horse called Master of All coming up in the last race. Now, this horse here, he was up against Beauty Bolt last start. He likes to lead in his races, so he puts himself right in the race, and you can see him doing that in this particular contest. He had to work a little bit to get across. And they did go quite quick. So all in all, it was a pretty good effort from this horse. There doesn't look like too much pace in the race coming up on the weekend. So he should be able to get a soft lead. You can see he was worried in the race the whole way there by riding together on the inside. Beauty Bolt, who looks like a very promising horse here in Hong Kong, just managed to nab him on the line. He's such a consistent horse. He's got a light weight, and I think he's a good chance coming into the last in particular on Sunday night.
Race 10, number 9, the last run reminder. Master of All. Race 7 now. We're going to look at this in depth, and it's a Class 3 down the straight. Fast Responder has a £10 claim for Brittany Wong. Majestic Express, course and distance winner 2 starts ago. Sugar's best form is at Happy Valley. No trials for Lucky 8, but he does race well first up. The all-out unbeaten course and distance, Colourful Night. Now, he's had 2 trials. The last of them was back in April. Metro Power in his best race on debut down the straight. And we've got Lightness of Music, who impressed as an odds-on favourite in Class 4. Now, the speed map here, Paul, with Lightness of Music likely going to be the favourite. He's up on the pace.
Yeah, he should go forward. The all-out likes go forward. Metro Power's gone forward, and actually he's showing some pace in his limited starts here. Sonzo's never far away. Fast Responder's got the £10 claim, but he doesn't lead. He actually normally comes from the back. And the other 6 haven't really got too much early pace. Sugar's led at Happy Valley in the past, more over the 1200, but here over the 1000 from an inside draw, I think they'll hold him up.
Brenton Abdullah is first up. He's talking Majestic Express. Brenton, Majestic Express, you and he built up a good association last season.
Yeah, he's pretty consistent. He can over-race in his races, so you know, a fast run 1000 or a strongly run 1200 usually suits him. But yeah, he had a long season and seemed to race really well.
1,000 metres, you said it's pace dependent. Were you surprised that he could win at 1,000 metres, because a lot of his racing had been over the 6 furlongs?
Not really. He had a little bit of 1,000 metre form back home, but I always thought 1,000 up the straight would suit him, pending you could ride him a certain way. And I was able to sort of ride him quiet and find the outside rail there one day and give him one crack at him, because I feel he's got a really good, strong 200 metre turn of foot. So wasn't surprised. Like I said, he has raced well at 1200, and I'm sure he'll probably get back to 1200 again. But first up 1000, it should suit him okay.
Hard to get a gauge on the trial. It was a typical John Size trained horse trial.
Yeah, look, no doubt he's going to improve off the run. But like I said, he'll probably have that little bit of residual fitness from sort of having a nice strong season, and I'd expect him to still to run well, but whatever he does, I'm sure he'll improve on.
What about the 130 pounds? He has carried bigger weight, lower grades.
Yeah, look, not ideal, but yeah, he's paying for his consistency, I suppose. And I thought probably the biggest negative with him might be the inside draw gate 3. So it's always a bit more advantageous if you can sort of draw wide and be on pace there on the 1,000. But we'll see how we go Sunday.
Happy with the start to the season?
I can't complain. Look, I've had a couple nice chances, and they've been able to get the job done. Storming Dragon won well there on Wednesday night, but if we can keep building on that, yeah, it'd be nice to ride a winner a day every meeting.
We saw the win by Majestic Express, Tom, in that interview with Brent, and he had a start after that at the back end of last campaign, as did Fast Responder, came out of the race and beat him home, and Alfonso runs second.
I thought he ran reasonably well here, Majestic Express. He wasn't too far off them. He sat sort of in the back half of the field there, but was still making up a bit of ground at the end. He was a beaten favourite this time round as well by We Are Hero. Of course, the perennial place getter Alfonso there just been nutted late, Paul, but he's a horse that has been going up in the ratings without winning. Yeah,
he has. That's a little concern. I think he'll get his chance once again there. I mean, he was only beaten on the bob there, wasn't he? It wasn't that he was disgenuine or anything. He just, We Are Hero was an out-and-out 1,000-metre specialist and nabbed him on the line.
We've spoken about Majestic Express, Paul. Let's focus on the All Out now. This is a trial from him. He's had a couple of trials to prepare. He's unbeaten over the 1,000 metres at Sha Tin.
You know, both those were Griffin races, and then he went to Happy Valley and sort of failed when he had his rating. So the jury's out a little bit for me. Was it the rating or was it Happy Valley for him? Or, you know, but he can only win at Sha Tin. The 2 wins were strong. The trial was good. So I want to give him another chance, so I've included him.
Let's not forget when he was in his Griffin races, he was only a 2-year-old. He's now just turned to 3. Happy Valley, things went against him. Couldn't tell you the last time a 2-year-old went to Happy Valley, but he was it and found some trouble. And then Zach was kind, or was Ben Thompson, I should say, and he sat up and just didn't knock him about.
And that is the All Out. Now, he is in the right stable, Tom, with the way that Jamie Richards' horses are going.
He is, and I should mention he's coming out of a trial that Ben Venue won, and of course he won 3 wide, no cover Wednesday night. 4 winners from 7 starters there, Paul, for Jamie. So a couple of winners across the opening 2 meetings there, and who do you give his best chance to at the weekend?
Well, I quite like Jubilant Winner. I thought he's got a good chance. Groovy Feeling obviously won already this season. The All Out, there's that unknown about him. Unbeaten down the straight. They're 3 good chances. So I'd say they're the three main chances for me.
I reckon Big Stride could be an improver off his recent trial.
He's a newcomer to the stable, and Camplan is on debut in Hong Kong. Trial form now, Paul, and we've got Metro Power and Lightness of Music, who was a horse with big raps on him at his debut, and he delivered.
He did. It was a really nice win from him. He's got to now come up and do it here in Class 3. He does have 120. He's on the 61 rating. So, look, he went up all those rating points for that win. Can he come up and do it in this grade? Look, there's no reason why he can't, but I've got one to beat him.
I don't think there was too much wrong with the trial there at all. He seemed to move well. The horse that was just in front of him on the rail, Metro Power, he's 8 pounds better off with Majestic Express from 2 runs ago, but he's a horse that ran well first up over 1,000 metres and then didn't do too much in his next 2 starts.
Let's refresh, Tom, this debut win of Lightness of Music. We're going back to the 22nd of June, and he's just starting to make his run.
Yeah, so he's had plenty of time to get over things and prepared for his first up assignment this season. Chris So didn't knock him about after that first up victory, and he went off at 1.9. He was up near the pace with Amazing Galaxy, and these 2 fought it out over the final stages with Lightness of Music getting the upper hand. 4-year-old, be interested to see how much he's strengthened up and developed, Paul.
Yeah, that's the key for him, how he's come from that start into this new season. He bet a 40-1 chance. He was odds on his debut, so there was plenty of confidence around him. We see what price he does come up. You wouldn't want to take a short price about him, though, with horses like Alfonso and Majestic Express in the race.
To Chungfa now, Paul, and Shinyu Kokoro. He was due to run going back to about mid-April and had a float mishap on the way to Happy Valley. He was scratched. He's only 2 starts so far since arriving. Have been on the all-weather.
Yeah, a couple of 8th, a pair of 8s, over the 1,200. So they're bringing him back to 1,000 metres here down the straight. I mean, it was the trial he was pushed out a bit here. I'm happy to watch him. I mean, his wins before he got here were both on the synthetic at the Gold Coast. So, I don't know, not for me.
Yeah, I'm yet to be convinced, fair to say, on Shinyu Kokoro. He's also had a couple of other injuries, a right pelvis injury, which has kept him out of the races for some time. Trial was just okay, but wouldn't be going in boots and all just yet.
Just a quick touch, because he hasn't trialled Lucky 8. Races well first up and 1,000 metres.
He has won over no, he hasn't won over the 1,000 metres. In fact, he's won twice at 3 times at Sha Tin over 1,200, once at Happy Valley, 1,200 metres. He has gone best down the straight when 4th, but first up, maybe he's got a claim carrying 122, so he's got a lot less weight, but there was a few others, I think, sort of that were above him.
Yeah, like he did win fresh up over off a rating of 59. He's up to 68 rating now. That was 1,200. This is a straight 1,000.
When he also won fresh last season, he won off 59, and he'd had 2 trials leading into that first up assignment.
He's and a 7-year-old now as well.
There you go. I think the boys have made the case that he's not going to be in your selections, Paul.
No, he didn't quite make it. I'm going to stick with Alfonso. I think he's a consistent horse. I think he can beat the favourite Lightness of Music. So 7 to beat 11, Majestic Express, and then the All Out. He's the interesting runner because he's unbeaten down the straight. 7, 11, 2, 6.
Go Lightness of Music here, stepping up into the grade for the first time. So the lighter weight on his back, Zach Purton riding, hoping to get down to 120 early on in the season is Zach with Lightness of Music. So 11 to beat 2, Majestic Express, Brenton of Duller and John Size. Obviously hasn't done too much first up, but does enjoy the straight 1,000. The All Out now, a 3-year-old, and Alfonso, always hard to leave out in these types of races, even though he hasn't quite got his nose in front just yet. 11, 2, 6 and 7.
That's been our sole race preview on Racing to Win today. All of the races are on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video for that race-by-race analysis. Paul, your best bet for Sha Tin?
Old favourite of mine, Mr. Energia, backing up into Class 3, but he's got the light weight. I think he can win. His work's been good leading into it. So he's a horse that did win at the back end of last season. He's trialled really nicely coming into this. You can see him in this trial here. Nice, easy. He's a better horse, I think, on this all-weather surface. The statistics show that. And he looks ready to win. And it's quite a strong race. So hopefully we'll get a bit of a price about him as well. He might be 7 or 8 in this one. So that's the best. And the long shot, Panda Legend, just a one-time winner. He's right down in the ratings, but did run 3rd at the back end of last season to show that he's back to a bit of form. Just a 1 win from his 15 starts. Good ride there for Richard Kingscote. And the player of the day in race 4, I thought it was an open race, so a QQP with top time, Raging Rapids, and better who's trialled well.
The best in terms of Class 5, one for Brett Crawford. He went close in the Class 5 on the opening day. He's got Only You lining up here, has trialled nicely down at the straight, has Only You, and he's a horse that I think is well rated for this assignment. Got a little bit of a sticky draw drawn out wide, but Zach Purton aboard and to look ready to win last season, was unlucky in a few runs. So Only You in the Class 5, finished off nicely in that trial between runners. Fantastic funds on the backup from last week and was a bit unlucky there. There was money for him as well, so some fitness on his side. Race 5, number 6 on the play in the last. Joy of Spring, who won his last 2 at the back end of the season. Endeared and also Master of All.
The best bet, Forerunner, has won first up. The distance suits Matthew Chadwick with the winner at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. So he's on his way for the new campaign. So race 5, number 2, the best. The last is not going to be the strongest Class 3 we see this season. Winning Gold hasn't had a whole lot of luck since he won 3 starts ago. If he can get in from Barry, number 8, thought he could do what he did when he won 3 starts back. Chris Owen, Richard Kingscote. And the play, race 5, Forerunner, Max Q, and haven't minded the trials from Positive Smile up at Chungfa. He's been making some late ground in them, 2, 4 and 8 in a QQP. We're going to look ahead now as the diary's about to appear on screen. We've been to Happy Valley once, Tom. We head back there for the Community Chest Cup on Wednesday night.
And we've got a Class 2 race coming up there. California Totality, Soleil Fighter, Woodfire Bro lining up there. Steps Ahead, Voyage Samurai. So not a bad race coming up Wednesday night.
It's a good one, isn't it? A good one earlier in the season. And some of these horses will have good assignments going on later on, especially over the staying distances.
Absolutely, and the staying races will start to increase as the season progresses. That has been Racing to Win. Big thanks to Paul, big thanks to Tom, and a big thanks to you as well. We'll see you at Sha Tin on Sunday for a bit of turf, a little bit of all-weather racing, and the first at 1 o'clock.